All right, folks, I'm looking at two pretty significant headlines, each of which on its own I could dedicate hours to in a show to discuss because of the implications of both. But they're so intertwined, incredibly related, that I thought it'd be a good opportunity to just read the headlines and then offer some commentary on the both of them. The first one is this. Ukrainian foreign minister says we're interested in more help from Israel, including with air defenses, right? Now, that headline comes out on the same day, right, where this headline comes out where it says Putin heads to talks with China's Xi, I said Xi, didn't I? Xi, whatever, to bolster ties amid Ukrainian tensions. Folks, let me just tell you something. This is absolutely no joke. This is what we know the Bible says is going to happen in the last days. First of all, we know there are not going to be any superpowers. I talked about this yesterday. I said the only superpower that we know that will be viable during that time is in essence going to be one nation. That'll be Russia. And I don't think they're going to last long. Matter of fact, I know they're not going to last long when they attack Israel because God's going to blow them out the water. So we know that, right? That's according to Ezekiel 38 and 39. And we also know that China's not going to be all that significant in the end time scenario. And I also believe that this potential incursion with the Ukraine is going to do nothing but bolster the power and the influence that Russia has to be able to lead the group of nations that he's going to lead against Israel. Now, we'll first start talking about the fact that Israel is being leaned upon by Ukraine and will very likely offer Ukraine some help with its defenses. Now, if that happens, then I think that's going to infuriate a person like Putin. And I think Putin, although he won't show it, will become so infuriated that he will be inspired to make Israel a target, or at least it will justify his insatiable appetite for the riches that Israel has, which we know that'll be the reason for the attack, is them wanting to take the spoils of Israel. Now, I think what's also remarkably interesting concerning Putin's meeting with China is exactly the same sentiment that I just shared a few seconds ago, and that is he is blood hungry, folks. He is looking to eliminate everything in his path that would keep him from resurrecting what I believe he wants to be, the former USSR, to do exactly the things that he desires to do. Folks, this is no game. You can't make it up. Listen, the writers of Ocean 11, 12, and 13 could not have come up with something so intricate as what we're watching right now. But I can tell you this, the world stage is being set for the things that we read about in the Bible, and we as Christians should be all excited. Now, how do we apply this to us? Why is this so important? Well, first of all, get ready for the rapture, because I think it's around the corner. But number two, this is God's signal to us to fight the good fight. This is God's signal to us to stand up for righteousness and to do what's right. And in the case of those of you that live in the United States of America, that means we use every legal remedy available to us to be able to do the things that we need to do to stand up for righteousness and be people who care about the place that God has put in front of us. And if you're from another country, it would in essence be the same thing. We are citizens of heaven, and we are to do what? We are to do exactly as God has called us to do. Stand up, stand tall, stand up for righteousness, because Jesus is coming soon. And folks, we don't want to get caught riding dirty. So fight that good fight. Get in it. God bless you guys. Let's continue to contend in the arena, put our heads to the plow, and not look back, and watch God do great things. God bless you.